Plugged in and switched on.
How about this Cowboys?
I'm a fan of the star we are.
What's up, everybody? I'm Super Cowboy.
And I'm Princess Angie, and you are tuned in to The Star We Are.
Hi, this is Jane Slater, and you are listening to The Star We Are.
Plugged in and switched on. This is The Star We Are, live.
Hey, yo. You know who it is. You know what it is. It is Team Give Back. It is Team Fan Responsibly. It is The Star We Are. And I'm so excited, guys. Sammy, tell them who we are and what we got.
Okay, so, well, Jimmy kind of got it. You guys know, if you don't know who we are, you should definitely find out. We are The Star We Are. I am Slammin' Sammy.
I am Landry's Legend.
I'm your man, Jimmy J's hair, and I'm excited to announce that we've got an extremely special guest. So, guys, if you're here with us right now, share this thing out. Get this out here. Let's get to know this young man. I believe we'll find out a little information. You know what? I won't even give him a preface. We won't even give him a rundown. You know where he played ball. If you don't know him, we're about to get him know him right now. From Florida, a Gator, a defensive tackle that I really want on this team. Without further ado, Mr. Cam Jackson. Hey, how's it going today, Cam?
Hey, how you doing?
All right, man. Thank you so much for joining the show today. Thank you for taking your time. We know you're busy. We know this weekend is probably hectic. A lot of things coming up. You're probably getting phone calls. It's probably crazy. So we'll get you in and out of here. And we're going to have a little fun and let Cowboys Nation get to know you and let the NFL world get to know who Cam Jackson is a little bit. And we'll kick it off. We'll toss it around. We'll start with some questions. And we're gentlemen, so we'll let Sammy go first, of course.
Of course.
We've got a little Q&A with Cam. And so Sammy will kick you off her question and we'll get this thing going.
All right.
Okay, so I guess we're starting kind of deep. I tried to make my question a little more personal, but I get a little camera shy, so don't mind me if I butcher this real bad.
I think she means a little cam shy. She meant not camera, cam shy.
I like what you did there. Okay, so as you all know, you look up your favorite player, you look up all the players on Google, and they have all this information about them. If we were to look you up in 10 years or so, what would you like people to think about Cam Jackson when you look him up, if that makes sense?
I like that.
I think I say a person who enjoys playing the game of football for sure, and a person who likes to win and just have fun with it.
That's good.
Awesome.
Fun's the most important part, I think.
Yeah. If you don't love what you're doing, then what are we doing it for, right? Which is kind of what we do. And that's it. Just real quick. That's one of the reasons I reached out to you. I was telling Landry, I'd really like to get this young man on the show. I've seen some of the things you do with the toy drives and giving back to the kids, and I see that you're a lot about the youth and about giving back in that aspect. And so that's one of the reasons I really reached out to you and was like, man, I'd really, really like Cam Jackson on the show. Plus, I'd love you on this football team.
Yeah.
So there's also that. Landry, Go ahead with your question, sir.
All right, Cam. Yeah, it's definitely fun to play football. Last year we had Marshawn Nealand on the show, a defensive end we had just drafted. Right around this time last year, or a few weeks later, we had just drafted Marshawn Nealand in the second round. He comes on the show and he's talking about everyone in the NFL draft who's about to be drafted having potential, and some having an exorbitant amount. First round talent and stuff. Seemingly having it made and having millions of dollars handed right to them, and then losing the drive. Even if it's still fun to play football, football's a profession. What the question is what's going to separate Cam Jackson from being a guy who made it to the NFL to a guy who's a success in the NFL?
Ooh, I love that.
I say the thing that's gonna separate me, like I said, is going out there to work hard every day, going out there competing, earning my spot and my position on that team, and just helping the team win, helping the team get to a Super Bowl, and we go winning and just doing it all over again.
Yeah,
I like that all over.
I've heard team, and win a few times already. So
loving it. And when I heard Super Bowl, we really need number 6. I know we kind of gloat as Cowboy fans. We've got 5. We really want 6 though. So yeah. We'd like to get you here and help you bring that home. And so my question is, just kind of walk us through the process, because I'm real interested in it, and I like to keep up with this kind of stuff. I know that it was an original commitment to, I believe it was LSU, chose to go with Memphis, both Tigers, of course. But chose to ride with Memphis, and then it eventually ended up ultimately in Florida, where now you're fixing to commit to the NFL draft and be drafted probably higher than a lot of people think. I think PFF, a couple days ago, I could draft you on PFF lower than I would expect, and over the last 24 hours, let's just say, I won't give you numbers because I don't want to make you any more nervous than you've got to be this weekend. But let's just say your number, according to PFF,
PFF
is
thinks your stock's
constantly
rising.
over the last 24 hours. So anyway, with that being said, kind of walk us through the process of the decision there, the LSU, and then choosing Memphis, and then the portal and Florida. Kind of walk us through those decisions and what led to that.
So yeah, like you said, I was committed to LSU for 2 years. Things really ain't work out with them like how I wanted it to. Which I mean, that's how it is with college football sometimes. So but Memphis, they reached out to me, gave me my opportunity to come in and play, D1 college football, and I took it, ran with it, played there for 3 years, and developed over them years, and then transferred in 22, went to go play with Florida, 23 and 24. And I feel like I feel like me and the other guys, we left, we turned things around last season for sure, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And just excited to see what them guys gonna do. Like you said, I mean, uh a lot of I've been seeing a lot of the the little mock drafts. I really don't just pay attention to it, but because I mean anything can happen. So like I said, just ready, to hear my phone, either if it's today, tomorrow, Saturday, just ready, and like I said, just ready to go in and compete.
Outstanding.
That's awesome.
Yeah, love it. That's good. Yeah, and see that, and that's a good story. That like if something doesn't work out, don't give up on it. Don't lose any motivation. Don't lose any momentum just because LSU didn't work out. Memphis did. You transfer to Florida. You're going to the NFL. You made the dream come true. You made it happen. That's a lesson out there for anybody watching and listening. You stay committed. You make it happen. And okay, so now we're gonna have a little fun, Kim. So what we're gonna do here is we got some topics for you. All right. And let's see if we got any chat here. I don't think we had any questions roll through just yet. We got some topics for you. And so what we're gonna do is you'll pick about 4 that have to hit on the hit list. It's called Hit Me or Miss Me.
Okay.
4 that how to make the hit list, and then what's gonna miss the list. So right now we're gonna play a little Hit Me or Miss Me with your man Cam Jackson.
You some, you some, but you live play ball another day.
All right. So with the first topic here, Sammy, we're gonna run down this list. We've got, let's see, Cam's buffet. So again, what we're gonna do is pick about 4 of those top items that if this is your daily buffet, this is all you get to eat. This is your daily buffet. The 4 items that have to make the list on the top, and then you get to pick one of the bottom 3 desserts. So Cam, just for anybody who maybe can't read that, go ahead and read down that list, and then we'll let Cam give us his choices.
Meatloaf, salmon, chicken, baked or fried or grilled, pork chops, liver and onions, crawfish, fried fish, pizza, spaghetti, pie of choice, cookies and cupcakes, and ice cream.
Okay. I had to throw crawfish in there because I know you're Louisiana kids. So I feel like that might make the buffet.
Good.
So out of those top things, out of those, entree choices, what are the 4 that that's a must? Gotta have that.
Gotta go crawfish for sure. Yeah, that's number 1. Number 2, I say salmon.
Oh yes.
Yeah, salmon.
Okay.
Number 3, I say grilled chicken real good.
Grilled chicken.
Nice. Okay.
And if it gotta be a little cheat day, I'm gonna probably go with pizza.
There we go. Cheat. Okay, so
Yeah.
pizza's cheat day. So you
What
do
kind
you
of
do try to stay
pizza?
healthy.
I'd probably do a meat lover.
Okay.
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 All right, so that's actually really interesting because when we came up with this topic, I'm thinking, here's a D lineman. Like me and Jimmy both grew up in College Station, so really we'd be on K&M campus and stuff and around there all the time. Like I'm thinking, you guys can pretty much eat as long as you show up to play. But you're talking about no, I roll with the baked chicken. I stick to the lean proteins.
He likes the good
Very
stuff, guys. Just chill.
Well, I mean, Landry,
You got my son Marshawn Lynch out there eating Skittles on the sideline.
Well, but you have seen the Twitch though, right? Watched a little bit of the tape with me. You've seen the Twitch.
Yeah, sure.
You can see no. And then so on the desserts there, what if one of those had to be your dessert choice, what's the one that's going to stick?
I'd probably say ice cream.
Okay, nice.
What
Yeah.
flavor? Have to ask.
Ooh,
I go cookies and cream every time.
there we
so,
go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fire. Okay.
It's hard to beat that cookies and cream. I mean, it really
Might be the national favorite.
it probably is.
I mean,
All right.
vanilla is always going to be the one, but
And then so now here we're chilling with Cam. We've got a little downtime. Okay, everybody loves a little alternative sports, maybe hitting the open road in the ride, just cruising, hanging out with family and friends. I'm not good at Madden, but I like to play it. So maybe gaming's on your list. Maybe it's the recovery process. Maybe it's the ice bath and the relax and the massage and the therapy, right? Maybe it's Netflix and chill. Maybe it's TikTok, hobby time. Out of this list here that I just ran off, what would be your 4 that stick? Like, this is my downtime list. Gotta have it.
Gaming for sure. I gotta be on my PlayStation 5 for sure.
Got you. Nice.
Family for sure. Recovery, gotta take care of my body when I got time, man. I be trying to find new shows on Netflix. So
Okay.
yeah.
What are you into right now? What are you watching?
I start. I think I'm like on season 2, season 3 of Prison Break. One of my teammates told me to watch it when I was in Florida. So yeah.
So you hit a rewind. You went back a little bit, watching. I like it. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't make it. I never made it through that, but I remember it started off. I remember when it came out, it started off hot. Yeah.
That's a good show.
And so I know all alternative sports, like golf, tennis, things like that, and hobby time didn't make the list. But just let us know, Cam, a little bit. Maybe what do you play any other sport besides football? For fun.
I play basketball.
Okay.
And I be playing basketball. Like I just go in the gym, shooting with them guys.
Yeah.
Jimmy was trying to see if you were in a secret bowling league or anything.
Yeah. Maybe you never know, chess club or something. You never know. You got a high football IQ, so you never know. And then last on the list, we'll let Landry run down this list here. Pin the tail on the goat for us, Cam.
Yeah, I know you can take care of this. You've seen these types of things before, but you can just run down each one in most of the major sports. There, we put together a pretty good debate for you. And I guess the sport of hip hop too.
Okay, so the first one, Mayweather, Ali. I gotta get Ali. I mean, I ain't never see him box, but I mean, I heard a lot about him, so I gotta go with Ali, for sure. Mayweather, he good, but Ali, he was different back in his time. Jordan, I see this a lot.
Of course.
I grew up in the LeBron area.
Sure.
Yeah, I grew up in the LeBron area, so I have to go with LeBron.
No, yeah, I can't argue it.
Yeah,
not sure if you're a big hockey fan, but we got Gretzky and Ovechkin here. Ovechkin just passed Gretzky on the all-time scoring list for hockey players. So, didn't know if you were much into hockey, but just kind of those are the two goats. And so, which one did
I'm gonna go with the second guy.
No,
we ain't gonna debate you. Like I said, these are all your choices. I'm not gonna debate you.
And then we got Luca or Larry here, so
I gotta go with my guy Luca. Luca been balling.
He definitely has.
That's a sore spot, obviously.
Good NFL running backs, huge college running backs of Reggie Bush and LaDainian Tomlinson.
Great college running backs.
Gotta go with Bush.
Reggie. Nice.
Bush was a dog. He was a dog.
And then we got Mr. Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson, and then Megatron Calvin Johnson. So out of the Johnson boys, which ones you got?
Gotta go with my guy Ocho Cinco.
Okay.
Ocho Cinco's a surprise.
Yeah, gotta go with my guy.
The next two don't play the same sport, but there's no one you can argue that's even as good in their sport. So just which one was the more of the GOAT in their sport to you? Serena.
I say Serena. Serena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a good one. And it's tough too, because Landry and I were talking about it with the Masters just being recently. Tiger missed 10 years of golf, man, where I feel like he really would have broke all the records.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll move.
Yeah. How good are you to be above Tiger on a list, though? Yeah.
And then, of course, we got to know the ultimate, the last year's ultimate debate. Kendrick and Drake. Where you at?
I'm going to go with my guy, Kendrick Lamar.
Hallelujah.
I'm gonna go with my
I was
guy
hoping you
Kendrick.
were gonna
Look,
say that.
look,
Yeah,
I still like both artists. There's no debate on those few specific diss tracks. There's no debate on that.
yeah.
I still like both artists.
Yeah, both of them good. I think I'd go with Kendrick Lamar just because he performed not like us at the Super Bowl. Like I believe he's like the first rapper to ever perform a diss song at a Super Bowl.
Oh, that definitely in
Legendary.
that
That takes some guts. Yeah, that's a little crazy. All right, well, man, Cam, that was awesome. Y'all got to know Cam Jackson. We played a little hit me, miss me. We'll run the stinger here again, and then we'll wrap it up. Let's see a little hit me or miss me with Cam Jackson, y'all.
You win some, you lose some. But you live. You live. Play ball! Another day.
That is so funny. I love that.
Yeah, that little intro there. All right, so Cam, we did actually have a comment question come through. We'll get this in from Chuck Dunaway here. He wants to know, what was it like playing with DJ Lagway? He went to high school 20 minutes from Chuck. So what was it like playing with DJ?
Man, it's different playing with that kid. I ain't like it, and a lot, and if you watch Florida, you can tell. A lot of people rallied behind DJ. We rallied behind Graham as well. Both quarterbacks.
Right.
But when Graham, when he went down and DJ stepped in Tennessee. I mean the hype. He showed it. He really showed. Like he's a 5-star player. Like he's a 5-star quarterback. And I'm just proud of that kid. Just ready to see, what he gonna do this season. Which I know he got potential to take Florida to the playoffs for sure and take them to a national championship. And I feel like that kid gonna be in the race for the Heisman this year. Like,
Wow.
Okay.
yeah, just how he been like, just his his focus, his leadership. Like I said, he stepped in last year as a freshman and he led the
Right.
team. And you don't really see too many freshman quarterbacks 18, 19 years old stepping in. And you gotta lead a college team as like I said, you 18 years old. But just the leadership that DJ bring, and he's just the guy. He's serious about football. I never forget pro day. We coming in there. I came in the building probably about 5:30 in the morning. He the first person in there. Taking care of his body. Getting right. So the kid, he really takes football serious for sure. And like I said, I feel like he gonna take Florida real far this year.
Nice.
High praise for DJ Lagway.
First, guys.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I just gotta
absolutely.
say, I absolutely love your positivity. Like your
Yeah.
energy is awesome. I've enjoyed everything you said just because I don't know, you're so positive. That's awesome.
Still riding high off that basketball national championship.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also shot. Oh yeah. Gotta shout them guys out. Yeah.
Hey, that's got to be Florida's 50th, 60th national title in a major sport.
Yeah. I believe we the only D1 program with 3 national titles in football and basketball.
Baseball.
Wow.
Yeah, and baseball.
Wow.
So
That's
yeah.
impressive. That's impressive, man. And so with the draft coming up, I've got to ask Cameron, do you have any feelings or any major, and you don't have to say anything, of course, but has there been any teams that you particularly been on the phone with recently?
Like I said, a lot of the teams been calling my agent.
Right.
I mean, I've been we've been hearing good news. So like I said,
we have too. That's what I'm saying. Your name,
Yeah.
your name's climbing up every board. We're
Yeah,
looking at.
so,
You got
I
some
mean,
inside
there's
sources in Dallas. So
there's public information that I wish I already had looked up, before this. But like 30 visits. Where'd you take 30 visits?
Tennessee and Carolina.
There you go.
nice. Okay.
Yeah, but like I was saying, we've been hearing good news. I'm actually going to go, support my guy Walter Nolan tonight.
Nice.
Yeah. So he down here in Houston as well with his family. So I'm gonna go.
Jimmy's got mock drafts with both of you.
Yeah.
Double dip at D tackle and get it fixed.
Yeah,
I'm not
so
kidding, man.
going to go support him tonight. I feel like he gonna get his phone call tonight, which is no surprise to me because he a baller. So I ain't gonna be surprised, but just to be there support him. We met at the Senior Bowl, and we just we became friends and cool.
That's what I was gonna
At the
ask.
Senior Bowl, so that's like my guy. He like my right hand man. So yeah, I'm gonna be there
That's
supporting
awesome.
him.
Well, then look, I'm really gonna
I'm
go.
real excited now.
I'm really gonna go hit the prayer rug later and have my fingers crossed. If both of y'all can land on this team, that would be amazing. It'd be my dream draft. But no, again, Cam, man, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks
We'll
for
let you
taking
get
the
out of here. We don't
time.
want.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Anything anybody wants to ask or say before we let the man get out of here?
No, it's just you become a Dallas Cowboy. We got to see you again for 15 minutes.
Yes.
That's true. Yeah. So there we go,
Good
ladies.
luck.
That's good. Here's how we wrap it up. Usually, it's tradition when we have a player on the show, we have them commit to giving us 110% to bring home number 6. Now, while you're not a Dallas Cowboy yet, okay, but if you do get drafted by the Cowboys, we'll get you on for another show and we'll meet you out at camp.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Deal. All right, Mr. Cam Jackson. Hey, you have a wonderful day, Cam. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, man.
That was awesome.
Outstanding.
Good deal. Good deal. Boy, I tell you what, that would be a dream draft. I don't know if it'll happen. We'll double dip at the position.
So Cam Jackson's sitting at home letting his agent do the whole thing. He's just waiting for the phone call. Just call me when it's time.
When it's ready. Let me know who I'm playing for, who I'm bringing the good stuff to. So thank you guys for stopping by, Chuck, Micah, Steven, everybody, Gamer. Thank you guys so much. Cool episode, very fun episode. Blessing to have these kind of guys on and come in and give us some of that knowledge and these players are good people. Can we get Manning on the show?
Oh,
Yeah. No, are you talking about Drew Manning, the guy who works at my local Pizza Hut? Because we get him on the show, no problem.
Guys, if we got Arch, I probably wouldn't even be able to talk. Anyway.
We'll
yeah,
reach
that
out,
one would.
Chuck.
All right, yeah, that one would make me nervous. Yeah,
we'll reach out. No, listen, Cam, y'all don't understand. Watch he'd be the best defensive tackle on our team. As soon as we said Cameron Jackson, Florida, for the Cowboys, and I know no disrespect to any DTs on our team. I like some guys, but anyway.
Yeah, I can honestly say that after this, I'm probably going to be upset if he's not a Cowboy.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, that was cool. That was fun. I've got dogs going crazy.
All right.
Now. I don't know.
Tennessee Titans are on the clock. They have 6.5 hours to pick. Let's go.
They have 6.5 hours to pick.
Woo! It's daytime.
They've been on the clock since the end of last season, haven't they? That's a good way to look at it.
All right. Let's get to it.
Slammy, let them know what they better always do.
Please do it. I don't want you to be on the show for bad reasons. I always want y'all on here for the good. So always fan responsibly.
How about this Cowboys? Star we are. Let's go.
I'm a fan of the star we are.
What's up, everybody? I'm Super Cowboy.
And I'm Princess Angie, and you are tuned in to the Star We Are.
Hi, this is James Slater, and you are listening to The Star We Are.
Plugged in and switched on. This is the Star We Are, live.